Hey friend, welcome to Mindful Chatting on our Thoughtful Thursday series. And this is our space to kind of slow down, think, and not about who's right, but about what's real. So let's grab that warm, comfy drink, settle in wherever you are, and let's drop in this together for just a few minutes. Because today I want to talk about something that sounds really simple, but it's actually incredibly hard, especially in relationships. And I want to talk about accountability without right or wrong. Not accountability as a punishment, not accountability as shame, but accountability as this ownership. And there's a huge difference. Welcome to Mindful Chatting, a podcast where therapy meets real life. I'm Kristen, a therapist, business owner, and a lifelong student of what it means to fully show up in our relationships, in our work, and in our healing. Here, we unpack mental health concepts, explore mindfulness tools, and talk through the messy, beautiful, in-between moments that shape us. Whether you're a fellow clinician, a curious listener, or someone navigating your own growth, this space is for you. Let's chat. I know most of you, and me included, may have been raised in environments where conflict meant one thing: someone wins and someone loses, and someone is right and someone's wrong. And when we enter adulthood, we carry that same framework into our relationships. So when tension happens or it escalates, we automatically look for proof, evidence, justification, defense, not because we're manipulative, but because we're wrong, or being wrong used to mean being unsafe. Being wrong meant you had to deal with rejection, maybe some punishment, maybe humiliation, or maybe emotional withdrawal. So our nervous system learned that if I can prove I'm right, I'll be okay. But accountability isn't about proving you're right. It's about being responsible for the impact that you create. And here's this psychological distinction. Shame says, I am bad. Accountability says, I contributed to this. Shame will collapse the self, where accountability actually strengthens it. But if you grew up equating mistakes with rejection, then admitting fault feels like self destruction to you. So, what do we do? So we will over explain, justify, intellectualize, redirect, and maybe even defend. Because if we can stay not wrong, we stay safe. But that safety is actually really fragile and it erodes intimacy within relationships. For any clinicians tuning in, if insurance billing is the part of your practice that drains your soul, Headway will be your best friend. They get you credentialed, send you referrals, manage your billing, submit your claims, all the stuff none of us went to grad school for. It's free to join. And honestly, it's been a huge support for therapists who want to take insurance without drowning in the administration part. My link is in the show notes if you want to check it out. So let's first talk about what accountability sounds like. It sounds like I see how that impacted you, even if that wasn't your intention. Or I can understand why that hurt for you, even if you were overwhelmed. I didn't mean to, but I can see that it did it. Notice what's missing? There's no self-attack, there's no collapse, there's no defense. It's just presence. Accountability without right or wrong says this isn't about the verdict, it's about our repair between us. And the repair builds safety far more than perfection ever will for you. And here's the part we don't talk about enough. If you cannot tolerate being wrong externally, you probably can't tolerate it internally either. So we will gaslight ourselves. We will minimize how we feel. We'll blame ourselves entirely and very harshly, or we'll avoid reflection altogether. Because true accountability requires emotional regulation. Because to own our impact without collapsing, you have to believe that I can be imperfect and still be secure. And that belief is built, not inherited. Here's a quick note for my clinicians listening. If you're looking for a charting and practice management system that doesn't make you want to scream, well, guess what? I use TherapyNotes. It's clean, reliable, HIPAA compliant, and honestly saves me hours every week. You can try it with my link in the show notes. This week, I just want you to notice when tension arises, I want you to ask yourself, am I trying to be right or am I trying to repair? And then internally, am I shaming myself or am I learning? You don't need to win, you need to stay. Accountability without right or wrong is mature, it's regulated, and it's grounded. And it doesn't mean you're weak, it means you're secure enough to hold complexity. And you can be a good person and still have contributed to something painful. You can make a mistake and still be worthy of connection. I want you to thank yourself and thank you for sitting with me. And as always, be gentle with your mind. One more thing before you go, and this helps me personally, staying present and grounded, which we all need, especially when your brain wants to spiral into disconnection. Me too. It's Brain FM. It's musically designed to help ADHD brains, well, really anyone's brain, focus, relax, or sleep, and I use it almost daily. If you want to try it, I've dropped my link in the show notes. And if you're looking for planning tools or ADHD-friendly resources, I'll keep a list of my favorite links in every episode.